And really, this is the most exciting movement of my lifetime since the early 60s. I mean, you're already moving this goddamn country, so don't worry about that. It's just I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you some concerns that I have. If we start fighting with ourselves, if everybody who is a 99%er is not welcome in this movement, then we have no future. Everybody must be welcome in this movement. Communists, anarchists, Republicans, Democrats, religionists, atheists, homeless, anybody. Anybody who is in that 99% and who comes here for that reason is welcome. There are brothers and there are sisters. Nevertheless, I know that the police are not our real enemy. In New York, they're acting awful. Here, so far, they're acting good. Good or bad, they are not the issue. The Bank of America is the issue. The foreclosures are the issues. The 24 million people without jobs are the issues. The millions of people who are homeless are the issues. The Social Security attacks and all the rest, those are the issues. We will defend you, we will defend ourselves, but as they said in the Civil Rights Movement, we will keep our eyes on the prize and remember who the real enemy is. So I'm the first to admit that the Democrat Party plan for climate change and ozone emissions and greenhouse gases is a little better than the Republicans. But under either of those plans, the planet will be dead. You know, wars. We got more of them under Obama and the Democrats than we had under the Republicans, for Christ's sakes. No, hundreds of thousands of women and their supporters went to jail and marched and picketed and lobbied and wouldn't stop until the Supreme Court had no damn choice but to suddenly wake up and decide they've been wrong for decades. Is who is marching in the streets of America? That's the thing. That's the question we always have to ask ourselves. And if we stay strong, if we stay united, if we remember who the real enemy is and who the enemy is not, you can't tinker with this system. It's not a question of whether you can rearrange the chairs, you know, on the Titanic. We've got to be willing to talk revolution, talk socialism, talk anti-capitalism. If you don't like the word socialism, be an anti-capitalist. Be an anti-imperialist if you don't want to say you're a peacenik. Understand that the power structure is now so loaded against us that no simple reform, no lesser evil politician is going to save our tuchuses. We are the only ones who are going to save our ass. The cops, when they act as the enemy, are just the stooges of the Bank of America malls. Because that was the interest they were trying to protect. The hell with the safety of the people in the city. I understand who the police are. I understand who they serve. But that doesn't make them, at a time of this kind of economic disparity, of this kind of rule by a plutocracy of rich billionaire corporations, that does not make them the enemy, and we ought not to lose focus. So specifically, this ground is not as sacred as the need to fight the Bank of America, is what I guess I'm saying. There's nothing sacred about this place. It's a good place to me. It's wonderful. We should stay here as long as it makes sense to stay. I just don't know why anybody would want to make that the issue when the country is starving to death, for Christ's sake. People are starving to death. So we've got to keep our eye on the ball, as I say, and remember who the enemy is. The word revolution doesn't mean you have to take guns and bombs and planes and start destroying this city. As you've done it so beautifully so far, there is not a doubt in my mind that this is a new day, that history itself is on our side, and that our day, your day, all of our day, the day of the 99%ers will come.